got a joke for you. Would you bring me my hat, would you? Would you bring my hat? New here, huh? You ain't gonna be old. I got a joke for you. Now, I write a lot of children's books, and two of my characters that are quite famous is Gertrude and Heathcliff, the two seagulls. Oh, thank you very much, both of you. They're flying. She said, "Did you hear what happened to Willie the Duck?" He says, "No." That's the way they talk. "No." "What happened to Willie the Duck?" Said, "He flew upside down and quacked up." They were waiting for their friend, the sparrow. The little sparrow comes in. He didn't have a feather on him. Doesn't have a feather. Comes in walking people-toed. They're waiting for this little sparrow, and the sparrow comes in. He doesn't have a feather on him. He's all beaten up. He says, "What happened?" He says, "Oh, you'll never believe it. I was flying too low over London, and I got in the damnedest badminton game you ever saw." If you know any of these jokes, just go join in. I have another character that I do that's called Clem Cadiddlehopper. You know, he's sort of a half-wit idiot thing, you know. And I was invited to the White House when Carter was in office, and I did Clem Cadiddlehopper, and he took it personal. And I met Billy Carter. Oh, boy. He's one peanut short of a full bag, too, you know. He hurt his back. He came running downstairs at the White House, and he slipped and fell. He kept forgetting his chain didn't reach the main floor. Now, that's the extent of the political jokes. Although, I'll tell you one thing. I think Reagan is for that marijuana stuff. I heard just tonight on the air he's going to have a joint session with Congress. Knowing that this was for the Audubon Society, I have written a little song. And I'll sing it through. It's not going to hit the charts or anything, but it's a little song. If I were the king of the birdies, what a change in this world there'd be. If I were the king of the birdies, I'd give birds some dignity. I'd build thousands and thousands of bird baths, fresh soaps and towels every day, with hundreds and hundreds of bird dogs to chase the cats away. I'd give all of the birdies a nest egg, clear skies to fly without grief. See, they were fed 3 times a day with worms on every leaf. If I were the king of the birdies, I would teach equality. If I were the king of the birdies, no human would stand beneath me. I've been talking. 2 little Italians are talking. One of them says, "You know what's wrong with us? We drink too much wine." He says, "Okay, we don't drink no more." He says, No, wait a minute. What we should do, take 1 little bottle, put it up on a shelf just in case somebody gets sick." He said, "That's a good idea." A couple of days later, his friend comes over and he says, "I don't feel too good." He says, "You're too late. I was sick all day yesterday." We were just over in Italy. I met Sophia Loren. There's a Roman that wasn't built in a day, boy. Yeah. Oh, did you read in the paper where they're going to put a clock in the Leaning Tower? That hit me funny. I don't have any joke for it, but Leaning Tower. Well, I guess you know how the Italians are. Why have an inclination if you don't have the time? That's about the best I can do. What I like to do now, a little mime, where I play 2 parts. I play the fisherman and the little boy. Now, the story is this fellow's going out and spend all his money to buy the finest fishing equipment in the world, but he doesn't catch anything. There's a little boy on the pier with a string, a safety pin, and a can of worms. He catches everything. This is called a pescatore el ragazzo, a fisherman and a little boy.
you a poem. A little poem. My next... Nick's is an idiot putting his coat on. Mom! Here. Nick's little pantomime. Little old man playing golf. Little old man playing golf. I bet you think I'm kidding. This is when I'm kidding. Do you ever have things bother you and you can't get them off your mind? It just came to me now. People in hell, where do they tell people to go? You know, another thing bothers me. Why do they have a disabled parking space in front of a pub? You know what else bothers me? How can your wife see a little blonde hair on your coat and miss the garage door? Another one. Do you ever have a girl say, "Take my heart"? What the hell are you going to do with anything going like that? Another one. How can a little kid, 10 years old, find a dope pusher and Scotland Yard can't? Little old man playing golf. He's pointing out where the club was. My next little, these pants, when you perspire, the longer you wear them, the longer they get. Let me fix it. I got news for you. Those cross your hearts do not work. That goes to that no-nonsense stuff, too. People walk up and they say, now that you're not in movies and on television as much. How do you occupy your time? I have quite a busy day. I do about 125 concerts a year, and plus 2 specials for home box office and a motion picture. I play a lot of colleges, and I write music. All the music you hear played while I'm out here, I composed. But I'd like for you to meet my conductor, Mr. Jerry Kay. Jerry? I write music, write short stories. I love to play conventions, though. I love to hear people make speeches. I was invited to the United Nations, and I was seated next to an Oriental gentleman. Now, obviously, I don't speak the Oriental tongue, but you know how most people are. They think if somebody has an accent or a dialect, if you join them, you're helping them. You know? I turned to this fellow and I said, you likey building? He didn't say anything. They served the food and I said, you likey steaky? He didn't say anything. They introduced this gentleman. He got up and he says, ladies and gentlemen. Never before in my vivid career have I ever witnessed such a demonstration of generosity which has greeted me here in America. When I return to my homeland, I shall tell my people of your hospitality. I most certainly help cement relationships between our nations, and I thank you. He sat down, he turned to me, and he said, you likey speechy? I saw a fellow make a speech once, and I felt sorry for him because I knew what had happened. He had written a speech, put it on the hall table, went upstairs to change clothes. Meanwhile, his little boy came home from school. And the little boy had been naughty in school that day, and they made him write the alphabet 100 times. Well, the little kid came home from school, and he puts his schoolwork up on the table. He goes on about his business. Now, the old boy comes downstairs. He picks up what he thinks is his speech. But it's the alphabet. He's one of these guys who has to read everything. See? He couldn't memorize the speech. He couldn't ad-lib a burp at a Hungarian dinner, you know? I'll show you what happened to this poor sucker. Thank you very much. You're very nice. You're going a long way. And you better start now or it's going to be dark when you get there. Did you ever notice people when they make speech? You want to see the dirty things they write me. I tell you, I don't care. I put it in my pocket and let the girl at the cleaning office fainting in tomorrow. You ever notice people when they make speeches, the first speaker has trouble with microphones. These guys, we ready to start? Is this thing on? Can you folks hear all right out there? Testing, 1, 2. It's on. A little wet, but it's on. Ladies and gentlemen, is this on? Could you turn it up a little? I don't think it's loud enough. Turn it up just a little bit. Hold it. Hold it, idiot. I didn't get all that gum out. Or whatever that is up there. You ever hear these fellas when they're making a speech and the microphones go dead? Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we'd like to meet a man who's been in your community for... What's the matter with the damn thing? Look. We'd like... They shove it in an ash can. to meet a man who's been in your community for a good many years. This man is honest. This man is sincere. This man is... Here comes the plane, boss. Don't you love it when someone's trying to be serious and everything goes wrong, huh? I got one for you. I got one for you. A little Chinaman ironing clothes. Ah, so la ta hoto saijen saijen. Oh, hatayan, oh. Ding-a-ling-a-ling telephone. Hello. Ha ha. We'd like to meet a young man that doesn't know that he has his little boy's schoolwork, his ABCs. We get... Ladies... I got a frog in my throat. I think he brought the whole family. Mr. Chairman, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen. ABC, BFG, BC. ABC, GFG, HIJK, LMNOPQRST, UV, WXYZ, ABC. And in conclusion, may I remind you of the big ball game on Sunday. The Knights of Columbus will play the Ku Klux Klan for the benefit of the Jewish Relief Fund. I mean, due to the fact that Monday comes on Tuesday this Wednesday, our regular Thursday meeting will be held on Friday this Saturday because Sunday is a holiday. And I don't know what I'm talking about. Are you getting tired? Are you getting tired? Okay. It's warm in here, isn't it? Huh? Yeah. Look at my skin leak. And I just got out here. Hey, like my new handkerchief? I'm using real one. That darn laundry ruined all my Kleenex. Oh. Yeah, don't forget we're having a meeting tomorrow night, too. Could I have a glass of water? I'll come and get it. It's okay. That's fine. You're a wonderful fellow, Neil. You're a nice kid. And you're good to your folks. You never go home. Do you ever see little kids drink water? That's good. You know, this is a prosperous part of the world. I hear the Thames River's running 3 days a week now. But I remember how every spring we used to go out and get old clothes, and we would stuff it with straw, and we would make a scarecrow for our little gardens. You don't have to do that anymore. You can send off to the mail order houses for farm equipment, and they have plastic scarecrows that you inflate. That's what this little mime is about. It's the inflation, the storm, and the death of a scarecrow. Seen much television since I've been in England, but back in the States, they have commercials that drive you nuts. The only thing you can't do, I was thinking about, was what if you could sell hard liquors? Now, the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission, say that you cannot sell anything on radio or television that contains more than 26% by volume of alcohol. But you can sell beer and wines, but you can't use it. So I like to try and show what might happen if they could sell real hard liquors on television, and the announcers had to use this stuff instead of just saying, try this, try that. I'll be right back. There we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I want you to ask me for a raise. You ain't gonna get it. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Lovely evening, isn't it? Bring the children close to the television, because this is the Guzzler's Gin program. Have you tried Guzzlers? It comes in two sizes, the college size and the jumbo elephant size. With Guzzlers, there's no bad taste, no after effects, no upsetting the nerves, just a nice, smooth drink. Pour it in your glass, and then... Pour a little... He's got saran wrap on this thing. You're proud of that, ain't you? Yeah. Pour it in your glass and drink it right down. But be sure and ask for Guzzler's Gin, a nice, smooth drink. Drink a little after dinner. Drink some before. You won't have to eat any dinner. I'll be back in a moment with more from our sponsors. In the meantime, here's our guest star of the evening, Mr. Ritt. Why, this is ridiculous. I didn't come over here because I knew Howard Hughes. Hey, there's an amazing story for you. You talk about me being nuts and stuff. Howard Hughes, there's a case for you. Are you ready? Here's Howard Hughes, a man that no one ever seen. And he was missing. Then when they found him, he was gone. Then they weren't sure it was him. Now they're fighting over his personal handwritten will. He didn't write. And they're trying to collect money they ain't gonna get. Our guest star of the evening, J. Newton Numskull, Doctor of Poetry. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My first poem. Put 15 cents on number 4. My first poem. I asked my girl if me she'd wed. With a smile in her roguish eyes, she said, go ask father. Now she knew that I knew that her father was dead. She knew that I knew of the life he had led. So she knew that I knew what she meant when she said, go ask father. And now back to our announcer and more from my sponsors, Guzzler's Gin. This is a Guzzler's Gin program you're looking at. Are you trying Guzzler's? It comes in 2 sizes. Get the college size tonight. 1 bottle, you're in a class for yourself. Because there's no bad taste, no after effects, no upsetting the nerves, just a nice, smooth drink. Pour a little in your glass. Pour a little in your glass. Pour a little in your glass. Well, there goes my nails. Pour a little in your glass and drink it right down. But be sure and ask for Guzzler's Gin. A nice, smooth drink. Oh, why can't I get an oatmeal program? Guzzlers. Don't get me wrong, it's really good stuff, see? When I smell it, it makes my mouth water, and I don't like it diluted, you see? A nice smooth drink. That's mighty dry gin, you know that? It comes in 2 sizes. A back of our guest star, more of my sponsors, Guzzler's Gin. Take it away, Snooty. I don't feel too good. Thank you, you drunken bum, you. My next poem, too soon. Too soon. Thank you. You can go home, I'll lock up when I get through. I guess they didn't hit the quota, so they're turning the lights down. My next poem, The Prison Cell. In a prison cell, a dreary place, sat a prisoner who committed a sin. The warden said, you have 1 hour of grace. He said, okay, pal, send her in. My next poem. It was a long last November, how well I do remember. I was in one of my drunkenest primes. My heart was all aflutter as I lay down in the gutter, and a pig came up and laid down by my side. My heart was all aflutter as I lay there in the gutter, and a woman passing by was heard to say, you can tell a man who boozes by the company that he chooses. And the pig got up and slowly walked away. And now back to our announcer who will sign off the Guzzler's Gin program. Try Guzzler comes in 29 sided. With Guzzlers, you don't need a chaser. Nothing could catch you. Pour a little in your glass. I'll get rid of it somehow. Pull it in your glass and drink it right down. What's the matter? It's cold. Don't get me to laughing, dear heart. You'll never get out of here. My allotted time has expired. I got that off my insurance policy. I sincerely hope that you had as much fun as I had. It's a lot of fun to try and make people laugh. And it's a lot of fun and reward to hear laughter without the use of four-letter words. I don't condemn other comedians for what they do. I mean, I'm not fighting any causes. I don't dislike anybody. I don't hate my enemies because I made them, you know. But I would like to thank you for inviting me here. And like I say, I hope you had fun. I personally believe that each and every one of us was put here for a purpose, and that's to build and not to destroy. If by chance someday you're not feeling well, you should remember some silly little thing that I've said or done, and it brings back a smile to your face or a chuckle to your heart, then my purpose as the clown has been fulfilled. I'll try to sum it up with a little song that I have written. The time has come to say goodnight. My, how time does fly. We've had a laugh, perhaps a tear, and now we hear goodbye. I really hate to say goodnight, for times like these are few. I wish you love and happiness in everything you do. The time has come to say goodnight, and I hope I've made a friend. And so we'll say, may God bless until we meet again. Good night, and may God bless. Thank you.